Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you are watching for the first time, or if you are our regular viewers but you have not yet subscribed. When you do that, please click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you whenever we release a video. I would also like to request you to give this particular video a thumbs up and share our videos. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all our supporters, subscribers, those who take a moment to share with us their thoughts. May God bless you. Now, recently, we have seen a clamor to get the former president's attention. Both President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are yearning to meet Uhuru and reconcile with them. Rigathi Gachagua rushed to Inoro, and while there, he said that elections are over and that he's ready to reconcile with Uhuru Kenyatta. He even said that he has instructed the other leaders to respect Uhuru Kenyatta because he just woke up one day and realized that elections are over. He just woke up and realized that Uhuru is their brother. All along, Uhuru has not been their brother. All along, he has not realized that the elections were over. And so, because he is the self-imposed Mount Kenya spokesman, he said he has instructed all the leaders to respect Uhuru Kenyatta. In other words, he controls the politics in Mount Kenya. When he directs that people should disrespect Uhuru, they should disrespect him. When he directs that they should now respect him, that is what they should do. Then William Ruto, for the first time while in Kisumu, realized that he was unveiling a project that had been Uhuru initiative. In fact, the ship itself was called Envy Uhuru. And I think with that burden and the intelligence that he has, he knew very well he was in what I may call one of Uhuru's strongholds, because Uhuru Kenyatta actually retired with some good relationship with the Nyanza people. And so he decided to praise Uhuru Kenyatta for the very first time, recognizing some good work that Uhuru Kenyatta had done. And again, he woke up to realize that at least there is something good that Uhuru Kenyatta did, because we have been treated to a lot of fallacy and theatrics. This government has always labeled Uhuru as the man who was responsible for all our economic predicaments. And I've been wondering, is there anything, just an iota of aspect of any good thing that Uhuru did? But for the first time, William Ruto recognized that at least there is a project that he can count on. Because we have seen William Ruto moving from one region to the other, launching projects that Uhuru Kenyatta initiated. The reason why people tend to separate Uhuru projects from William Ruto is because he himself had indicated and claimed that he was pushed to the periphery, and that Uhuru Kenyatta was working with Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, for a very long time, they said that Raila became the sole advisor of Uhuru Kenyatta. And that is why whenever people are talking of successes in Uhuru's hands, they don't want to include William Ruto. Number two, you cannot claim a success, but you don't want to be part of the failure. And that has really compounded things. And so it is very crystal clear that this regime would want to meet Uhuru Kenyatta. But let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are given a chance to just reconcile with one person, show magnanimity to either of them, not both but one. William Ruto is here, Rigathi Gachagua is here, and you are given an opportunity to just forgive one person. Who would you forgive? And to answer this question as you ponder, let us look at these two people. The fallout between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta began when William Ruto started campaigning to inherit Uhuru's mantle before the time came, and Uhuru complained as much. And you all know that Uhuru has always said that, be that as it may, Uhuru had a candidate, but he handed over power peacefully. But after that, there has never been any respect between the two, because William Ruto has never shown any respect. He continued to frustrate the family of Uhuru, including the mother and the son. Rigathi Gachagua joined at the hip with William Ruto, as he had said, has continued to frustrate Uhuru, saying that the Kenyatta family grabbed Mau Mau land and that they should return it. He has never appreciated Uhuru Kenyatta. He has always complained that Uhuru abandoned them after they supported him in 2017. And he has continued to humiliate that family. It is believed that he was in charge of the goons that invaded Uhuru's Northland farm and took away the sheep. And so, given an opportunity, in fact, I'm forgetting that during the presidential swearing in, Rigathi Gachagua, in front of dignitaries when Uhuru Kenyatta came to hand over the sword, demolished Uhuru and talked about the high cost of living and how Uhuru Kenyatta destroyed the economy. And when he was asked, he said he's a truthful man and that he will ever speak his mind and speak the truth regardless of who is around. So between those two, who can you forgive? The reason I'm asking who you can forgive is because as they try to catch Uhuru's attention, they don't want to go at it together. Because Rigathi Gachagua, while at Inoro, said he's extending an olive branch to the former president so that they can unite Mount Kenya together. Uhuru had warned them about William Ruto. And it is believed that Rigathi Gachagua has just realized that he's being sidelined in the UDA. William Ruto is busy quoting other quotas. And so he wants Uhuru so that they can unite Mount Kenya. And while clamoring to unite Mount Kenya, he has indicated that Mount Kenya should be united around him so that any other person who is coming should pass through him. And that is the genesis of their problems. Because William Ruto does not want to pass through anybody when he's going to Mount Kenya. And for him, he's looking for Uhuru Kenyatta to help him unite what he thinks is uniting the country. And he knows very well that Uhuru is at the center of Central and Mount Kenya politics. Why? All that Uhuru told them is now openly becoming true. Because there isn't any project that they have initiated as this regime. The high cost of living that they accused of Uhuru of initiating and perpetuating, the cost is even higher than it was then. All the subsidies were removed and the taxes have been added. And so they know very well that come 2027, they will not do two things. One, they will not be able to continue blaming Uhuru for all our problems. Number two, they will not manage to cheat people and deceive people again about what they will do, because it's crystal clear they can't do it. So Uhuru is at the center of Mount Kenya politics. And they know that if he backs Rigathi Gachagua and they decide that they are going against William Ruto, it will be done. And if he decides to back William Ruto, they have a handshake because he has a problem with Rigathi. He warned him that Rigathi will be left alone. But the biggest problem is this, ladies and gentlemen. The two gentlemen want to meet Uhuru separately. And they have different agenda for it. But Uhuru Kenyatta is still in Azimio. The Azimio, they claim that Uhuru is funding during demonstrations. And Uhuru still believes that his interests are taken care of by Azimio fraternity. So the conditions are going to be tough, because as they try and they want Uhuru to support their formation, Uhuru cannot just wake up and abandon Azimio, because they have fought together. So Uhuru might really place tough conditions that if I have to forgive you, then you have to support Raila. And this is something you have to support Azimio. I mean, maybe in the next coming election, Uhuru would want to support Kalonzo, because in Azimio, Uhuru has got 3 people: Kalonzo and Eugene Wamalwa, and now Maina Njenga are people who are there to take care of his interests. Of course, we cannot forget people like the Jeremiah Kioni. And Uhuru is not leaving Azimio soon if the past events are anything to go by. And this shows me that the handshake that they're looking for is not going to be a walk in the park. Because when they are going to place their conditions, and Uhuru is going to place his conditions, not unless they decide that we are reconciling without any conditions. And after reconciliation, will they allow Uhuru to continue playing his politics because he's got a right? And so Uhuru finds himself in a dilemma. He doesn't know who to support. And can Ruto and Rigathi decide to go for a handshake together to Uhuru? They cannot, because they are reading from different pages. And this whole thing is complex and really complicated, that we only have to wait and see. But from where I see it, this handshake is going to be very, very difficult for Uhuru Kenyatta, because of what they have done in the past and the conditions that are going to be placed before him.